Morning, y'all. It's Kingdom Land Services. I'm Connor. We're going to be running through, I'm going to try to stitch a couple videos together here, running through the operation of the Steelwrist with the Grapple on it. So first off, I'll give you a quick tour. So they put these joysticks in replacement of the factory joysticks. Your standard machine controls are still the same, but the big difference is we've got a roller for the thumb and a roller for the middle finger on each side. And just set back up here, make sure we're looking to where you can see the sticks. The tricky part has been figuring out how to combine, we've got our normal stick operations and then 4 additional. So a quick tour, the thumb roller. So let me get a sync between the 2 videos here. So the thumb roller on the left stick is going to be the rotate function for the Grapple. And then the middle finger roller is the boom, left, right. And initially I was moving that boom back and forth a lot, just by dint of having to grip the sticks differently than I normally would. But I've gotten to where I'm pretty good at that. On the right hand, we've got the tilt. And then on the finger, well, the right hand thumb is the tilt, and then the finger roller is open and close, or whatever other auxiliary if it's not the Grapple. That is the same circuit as the gripper cassette, the fingers. So like when there's a bucket on that control, once I switch the circuit block, which has to be done manually, rolls these fingers open and closed, but that circuit is not doing that at the moment, so I can't demonstrate that. But we're just gonna run through. Just got back out on site. We let this fire burn down overnight. I'm gonna see if there's enough residual heat to get these last little bits burnt this morning. And then we've got a couple of those trees that I felled at the end of last night to brush. We're gonna take the sticks from them and set them over by the road, see if we can sell any of them. And then the rest of it we'll try and burn out today. We've got a couple of stumps to cut off. Trying to shake the dirt out of that a little bit before throwing it on the fire. I'm surprised this has died down as much as it has. Still rolling pretty good at the end of last night. It took a while to get rolling yesterday because this wood hadn't set for very long. One of the challenges, if you're going to get one of these, running the Grapple is pretty easy, but you can imagine, like, if you're trying to cut grade or chase a grade, one of the things that you can do with the Tiltrotator, I'm just going to grab the bucket to demonstrate. So you can imagine if I were sitting in one spot and I needed to chase grade at an angle, I could do that, but learning to, because if I just try and pull this back into me with just the sticks, obviously I have to blade down here and get a little more stable. So obviously I have to curl out as I come in. But the other issue, so like if I was trying to sweep as I wanted to do this, so I'm pulling in and I'm sweeping left, well, now it's changing the angle it engages with the ground. So you also have to integrate on the left hand, tilt in the opposite direction as you're putting in. So it's like 4 inputs at once, and that can get a little challenging, but it can be done. It just takes some practice. I'm not going to do it actually with the bucket grip like that, but I've got some other videos where you can see me doing just that on like the edge of a ditch or something. It's pretty handy just for cleaning up, and still rocking it. But yeah, for cleaning up, you know, like the edge of a ditch or something, you don't have to move the machine as much. It's just an easier, more consistent way to do that. So anything over here wants to burn. I will say, if you're shopping for a tilt rotator, the Bobcat is fine, but I wish I would have gotten the Cat because it has quite a bit more auxiliary hydraulic output. Just put that out nice. And one thing that this machine just can't really do, even with it turned up all the way, is multiple. So like if I'm trying to move the machine and raise the boom at the same time while, you know, tilting or rotating around or something. So say I'm way out and I need to come back while I'm moving to pick up the next load. It struggles. I'm all the way stick back. It struggles to output enough. If I can't get this burning this morning, the client may just have to burn at their convenience at a later date, rather than, I don't think they're going to want to pay me to stick around to burn this last little bit of brush, but we'll get it all stacked and leave it to where it's real easy to burn. The rest of the stumps we're just going to haul off. Saw the video from yesterday, you know how much material we wound up processing here. One thing I'm getting better at, I would recommend if you're going to get one of these, go ahead and spend the extra, I want to say it's like $5,000, but get the wet hydraulic quick attach, because if you're going to be doing any type of forestry or grapple work, those lines right there where it plugs in the auxiliary hydraulic for the grapple tend to get hung. So I do a lot more deliberate spinning, rotating of the grapple to get away from branches and stuff, because multiple times I've ripped that off already in the couple months that I've had this. I might be able to just throw some of this on there. It's like here, for example, I've got the weight to where everything long is falling away, and then I'm tilted back so those lines are free and clear. Shake some of the dirt out. Get the small stuff in there. See if I can get the leaf blower, get that relit. So like I might be wanting to pick up like this But if I do that, depending on where the weight is, I might get those lines caught up. So I'll just take the extra second and flip it around, because the fittings, this being a European product, these are British standard pipe thread on all these fittings, and nobody carries that locally. Nobody really even knows what it is locally. So you may only need, like the first time I ripped it off, actually a couple of the times I've ripped it off, it's just been, there's like a 1/4 inch straight nipple going into that flat face coupler, and it's like a $3 or $4 part, but when the machine's down and you got to overnight it, it's like a $90 part. And so I went ahead and ordered several of them last time. I hope you can see in the video what I'm actually doing with my hands, because it's too many operations at once to try and narrate it. So rotate, I'm going to angle over so that those will drop when I open where I want them. This is not a great spot with the sun reflecting in. I do really like this grapple. I probably will eventually get one of the finger grapples, just because in instances like this where I'm trying to pick up, I do wind up grabbing a lot of dirt because the jaws meet. That's why you see me using the corner like that. Stop there, and we'll get the leaf blower, see if we can blow some life back into that fire, and then I'm also going to go ahead and get the chainsaw and brush out the tops of those trees I dropped last night. A little bit of flame there, maybe that'll catch some of that dry stuff on fire. I'll leave that there and check back with you guys later. Thanks for watching.